Hi, I'm Kevin Castaneda, and this is Kev's Mindset, where we talk everything finance, investing, mindset, and productivity. And in this video, we're going to be talking about my portfolio. Now, I had been doing weekly updates on my portfolio, but I did kind of see that it was kind of repetitive. Every single week, I would talk about it, there'd be nominal movements, and it didn't make much sense to go over them all the time. So now, as we're heading into the end of November, I will be doing a update. I will attempt to do one either I think I'm going to do one at the end of every month, because I think that's the best way to do it, because it doesn't make sense to look at these nominal changes week over week. So we're going to look at my portfolio today, what I hold, what I sold, basically everything that's going on, any dividends I've been paid out, and just everything that's going on with my portfolio. So let's get straight into it. So as we can see here, my Webull portfolio is sitting at about 2,200 something, and I'm holding a little under $200 in cash now, as I did today by the dip on AT&T and on Disney. Now, as you can see, there have been some changes in my portfolio just on the Webull one. I sold out of Enphase for about a 75% return, which I was quite happy with. I sold out of Honest, just up about 1%. I just didn't really think that I would have large upside in that company. And I see a huge discount when I look at Disney, and I think it's a more solid company. I see a larger vision for it. I see it at a great discount, and I've always wanted to be in Disney, so this is my opportunity. So those are some of the biggest changes in my portfolio. I have started building out my portfolio, or my SAM position in my public portfolio. I'm about to get this portfolio to about $1,000. And one of the largest movements, as you can see here, is that I finally bought into crypto, like heavy. I had a little bit of crypto, about, 1% of my portfolio, if that, in crypto. And that's when I had $1,000 portfolio. So I had like nothing in crypto. Now that I'm at about a 3,000 something, dollar portfolio. I'll throw up the number here. Now that I'm here, I'm actually starting to really build out my crypto position. I have about $130 in $130 in Ethereum, $130 in Cardano, and $130-ish in Bitcoin. I have a total of about $400-ish in crypto between Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin. So I'm very excited with that. My Tesla position is, of course, still very small, because if those of you who have been watching my channel for a while and know that I started my Tesla position when I had begun investing a little while back. So I only had a certain amount of money, and I hadn't been able to build on it. So I bought at about $680. So right now it makes no sense to plow money in. Well, it's at 1,100, whatever. But if Tesla does go down, I love Tesla. I think it's a phenomenal company. I'd love to own way more than I do right now. So I would totally add to that position if I could. I've been buying the dip heavy on AT&T, the Boston Beer Company, crypto. I've been just kind of building my position in. Anything that kind of dips substantially, I've continued to add. Affirm had run up about 60% to 170 from my original buying price, which was 111. So when I was at that point with Affirm, I looked and I was like, it makes no sense to sell. My profits aren't life-changing. They're nothing insane. I don't have another company I want to roll them into, and I think that this is still a great company. But once it came back down to about 118, the 120s, I built up my position, which raised my cost basis to the 120s. But I was perfectly fine with that, because now I have almost $400 in the stock, as opposed to 150, which I hadn't before. So it's a much bigger player in the movement of my portfolio. I also need to continue to build out Apple, Google, and Amazon. They have fallen quite behind because of the fact that they just sat kind of flat, not slightly up. And I like to buy my companies in dips. I know dollar cost averaging is a great kind of tool, but personally I would like to buy them on dips. So I'm waiting to see if anything happens with S&P 500 in order to continue to accumulate that more shares and build that position some more. Now, AT&T is a stock that you guys know I love. I've talked a lot about it on this channel. I've talked about their merger. I've talked about their potential, and AT&T just continues to fall. It's sitting at about 23.88 while I film this video, and I've just continued to average into it. Honestly, I have no problem with buying more shares. It's almost at a 9% dividend yield because of how much it's fallen. It's trading at a 0.9 price to sales ratio. It's trading at like a 7 forward PE. I'm perfectly fine with picking it up at these levels. If anything, I'm super happy to do so. So that's what I'm doing with my portfolio right now. My portfolio currently sits at about 3,300 if I didn't say that already. And yeah, I've just been kind of watching the market, been trying to build my crypto position out, buying the dips, and kind of consolidating my portfolio to core companies that I really love. I've been looking at some other stocks for potential trade opportunities, but I haven't found anything that I would love to trade. I've also been building out my cash position a little bit, as I am kind of concerned about the fact that inflation is getting quite high. Interest rates might raise because of the fact that we have so much inflation, and there's so many kind of loose balls in the air. Omicron is now out. Omicron, which is a new variant, is now kind of prevalent, and that's worrying the market a lot. So I'm looking at things like that, looking at a lot of things, trying to make sure that I have my eyes everywhere so I don't get blindsided. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is there anything you would change if you had my portfolio? Are there any stocks that I should add? Are there any stocks you would like me to review? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I forgot completely, sorry. Let me add this in really quick. I did receive dividends from AT&T and from Apple. I think it's like $2, $1.60, something like that, something very nominal, but I did receive a dividend. So if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and smash the like button. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. This was Captain Mindset.